Wow versus challenge. And I think this is a good battle, Bastion. This right here, you have two legends in their own right. One is the first viral internet sensation in Soulja Boy, and Bow Wow. Okay, Lil Bow Wow. He was a kid that a lot of us wanted to be when we were young. All right, and they do have records together as well. So that's a thing. And they both have hits for days. So I think this is a really good battle. I'm very relieved in the fact that Romeo is not in this battle. He better not be making any sort of cameos. I don't want to see it. I don't want him there. He's going to do ICDC College. That's a no-no. But Bow Wow versus Soldier Boy should be something that that's going to be a talked about battle, Bastion, because honestly, this is a battle for us. This is a battle for the kids that grew up around that era. Okay, because I'm seeing a lot of the old heads talk. They're like, Bow Wow versus Soldier Boy. This isn't hip hop. This isn't gonna be a great battle. But for us, this is for our childhood right here. This is what
Yeah,
it is.
I'm getting like major flashback of just like listening to Soldier Boy and like loving Crank That. Still like classic song. I never want to listen to it, but it's super
Yeah, never
classic when
again.
never again. But it's like a really perfect song for when it came out.
Yeah.
And but like to be like, oh, Soldier Boy, Crank That. That's pretty much it. It's like no, he actually started. He had a lot of hits.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Kiss me,
about to be turn my swag
Kiss
on.
Me Through the Phone was like wow. It's like that was when I had the Nokia 5300
Mm-hmm.
phone and it had great speakers and I was listening to that. That was kind of like my OG like listening to music on the streets phone because I didn't have earbuds.
Soldier Boy helped usher in the whole ringtone era.
The
You know?
ringtone, you made a lot of money through the ringtone. And
Hell yeah.
the whole digital. It's like the ringtone era is interesting because it kind of changed how music sounded like.
Definitely.
It's almost sounded like they're using 16-bit type music, 8-bit type music for like from a video game. So it's like these very quick synthesized piano type beats like dun 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 dun. You know, it's I think it's easier to crunch it for your cell phones back then compared to now. Now you could just like put a whole song,
Right, no problem.
no problem, cut and paste. Like no way you're buying. Like if anybody's buying a ringtone, they're whack. They're garbage for that. Like what are you doing, bro?
Mm.
Make your own song.
But also, Soldier Boy, he's like the godfather of becoming a viral sensation on the internet as a rapper. He was like one of the first, I guess you'd call a with line dances, of course, like the Soldier Boy and all that stuff. Like he was TikTok and all that stuff before TikTok. You feel me? Of course, we've had like dances prior to Soldier Boy, but what happened with Soldier Boy and his Crank That is the fact that a lot of people started adding on to the Soldier Boy. So everyone came out with their own versions of Crank That's. I don't know if you remember this, Bastion. That Crank That Spider Man, Crank That
Oh,
Batman. You know what I'm saying? Like
those are
everyone started creating their own versions of a Crank That. You feel me? And
That's
that's
funny you brought that up, but
mhm.
those never survived the test of time
Oh
compared
hell
to
no.
Crank That Superman, which is very interesting.
Hmm.
That's a whole essay right there, bro.
That is a whole essay right there. But it's the same thing with TikToks, right? Where one person comes out with the dance and then other people mimic it and they add their own stuff to it. That's a playbook of Soldier Boy. He came out with his own stuff and then everyone came out and that was a whole phase. Sure, it only lasted like a year or two
It
top.
was 2 years, bro. two
Two
years. Because the
tops.
single had to pop off, then the dance
Yes.
had to pop off, then the video dance, MTV, then the remixes, then the internet, YouTube popping off with that. It was perfect timing, bro. You
Yeah.
could not beat that. And
Hmm.
Soldier Boy just had like the ego for it, and also like I got my bathing apes. You can't forget that song.
Hell yeah, I got me some babe. I got me some baby in ace. And then remember, he did the Dougie, my Dougie, my Dougie, my Dougie, my Dougie. I'm fresh, I'm fresh. And then what happened after that? Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. See, stop playing Soldier Boy, man. Draco, Soldier.
Big
She make
Big
it clap,
Draco.
clap, 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 clap. See, and Soldier Boy came out with another number one, bro. Stop playing Soldier Boy, bro. Stop playing Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy's the realest. Stop playing him.
All right, let's balance it out. Let's talk about Bow Wow.
Bow Wow. Okay, yeah, you're right. Bow Wow. Um, listen, we are strictly talking about Bow Wow. We are not talking about Shad Moss, okay? Because Shad Moss is corny. But Bow Wow, this kid right here, Bow Wow, he was a kid that every guy wanted to be at one point when you were young, okay? Because Lil Bow Wow, his songs were just so infectious. It was very catchy. Um, Countless hits, man. Countless hits when he was a little ass kid up until a teenager. Like he was killing the game. He was in movies. Like I remember he was on the Millennium Tour, right? Mike talks about it all the time. Millennium Tour being one of the most like lucrative tours ever because Bow Wow, I believe B2K was there as well. But like Bow Wow was like the main attraction. So yeah, man, you got to give it up to Bow Wow, bro. Well, Lil Bow Wow, because Lil Bow Wow had so many hits, man. Kids just wanted to be Lil Bow Wow or just be his friend. You can't forget Like Mike. You can't forget about that movie and the success that was. All right, it was one of my favorite movies as a kid because that movie came out in like 2002, right? And I think that's what a lot of these old heads keep forgetting, right? Is because, people our age and stuff, we were kids when Bow Wow was hot in these streets, all right? And he had good songs too. I ain't never had nobody show me all the things that you could show me in the special way you feel when you homie.
And now you're talking about Bow Wow. But yeah, I know what you mean. It's very interesting to be young, and as you said, you wanted to be him. He's
Yeah.
every kid want to
Hard
be.
and all that stuff.
Once you kind of figure out like how to become a rapper, it's like, oh, okay, Bow Wow is the way to become a rapper, right? And you
Yeah,
listen to
right.
his music, and you're like, wow, he's doing this music video that. But he's in retrospect, and like hindsight, just looking back, with 2021 eyes, he's a hardworking kid.
Yes.
That's a lot of work.
Hell
It's
yeah.
it's as hard as being like a Disney kid. Like you're out there on tour making music. Jermaine Dupri is
Mhm.
helping you out, like just balance your character all around. It's kind of different from I always joke about industry plants. Like he worked harder than any industry plant. Because battles can't you can't be a kid and be industry plant. It's possible. It's like you're a kid. You're doing this. You're industry plant
Mhm.
because you're a kid, and they kind of prepped you up for adulthood as in the industry plant. That's kind of my joke to it. I
Mhm.
never just letting people know I never take the industry plant conversation serious. I just love the word industry plant. But
Got it.
other than that, I think Bow Wow is very hardworking, and
Yeah.
he's done so much for the culture. I think he's the one that brought Little Bow Wow to that such a high level mainstream. He's not the first Little anything. I understand
Not.
that,
You have
but
Lil Wayne, of course.
yeah, there's Littles throughout hip hop, but for him
Lil Jon.
to take it to like the super mainstream level, that's
Mhm.
what I think, because he was beyond hip hop at one point in time.
Hell yeah, he's practically a pop star.
Yeah, for a short period, but it's in like music, it's a long time. I think probably
Definitely.
like 3 4 years, but
And you have to think about the longevity Bow Wow has had in his career. Like Bow Wow was popping since like 2000, right?
yeah,
And he survived at least up until like 2010 at least. And then he was doing the movies things too. He had Like Mike, he was in Johnson's Family Vacation, and then the last like really great, oh, he was in Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, remember that? He was in
yeah,
that.
canon,
And
non-canon,
it was no, it's canon now, bro. It's can
sure,
That's
sure.
a whole nother thing. I don't even want to get into that. Maybe next week, because that irked me. That
Hmm.
trailer irked me to death. But anyways, he was in Tokyo Drift, and I think he's gonna be in the new Fast and Furious too. I think he's in 9. But also, I think the last movie that I remember Bow Wow being in was the only Tyler Perry movie that I actually liked, and that was Big Happy Family.
You like that one?
Yeah, because Tiana Taylor.
That movie was more of a mess than Family Reunion, which is the one I like. And there was funeral. There's a funeral in the family. I think that was the last one I kind of enjoyed.
I like Big Happy Family because Tiana Taylor was in it. And she did the Byron. That was hilarious to me. I thought that was great.
So who do you think got this battle?
Man, this is hard. This is hard. This is not as concrete
I think it's
as
more. I think it's
Bow Wow
concrete.
and Lil Romeo would be.
I
Because
think
Bow Wow got hits, bro. But Soulja Boy, man, Soulja Boy got hits though. Soulja Boy has like time changing hits, bro. But also Bow Wow got slaps too. Like he got "Let Me Hold You." You feel me?
he
He got
has a lot of guest verses as well on other
that
people's
too.
stuff.
That
So
too.
this
Soulja Boy
was,
does too.
you know what? I think I have to listen to all their music again because these are artists I don't listen to on a regular basis. Like
Of
at
course
one
you
point in
don't.
time, I did.
Exactly. It's
I
the
ain't fresh as
nostalgia.
I'm is. Come on, bro. That's
Right.
like my.
That was the Romeo diss. Remember that? Oh my god.
So that
You ain't
song,
right. You ain't right. You ain't bumping like I'm bumping. You ain't saying nothing. Oh, you ain't. Oh man, Romeo, how dare you try to come at Bow Wow? Hold on, this is for little Romeo. What were you gonna do in this battle? Seriously, what were you gonna do in this battle? Hypothetically, if you got the okay for the versus battle, right? Tell me, what were you gonna do? ICDC College, the Romeo
dude,
theme
it was
song,
to promote
Nickelodeon.
his next album.
We're not listening to his album, Bastion.
He's trying to get back into the mainstream, bro.
No,
It's
just
pretty
come.
hard to come back.
It is. Come out with the ride commercial or something.
Hey, these rappers that had everything lined up for them don't know how to make music like like back then. You know, it's just really different. But
It's a different
in terms
sound. It's
of
a different time.
Soulja Boy versus Bow Wow, I think Bow Wow might have a slightly bigger pool into this. I don't know. I can't really compare their fans. I do think this is a very good versus battle because I
A
just can't
very good
compare it.
versus battle.
Just keep thinking about it. It's like I don't know. It's not like it's like Eminem versus Soulja Boy. It's not like that. It's
Of
like
course
these
not.
are like this is a pretty good balance. So
Question,
yeah.
Bash. Do you think they should play the clip where Bow Wow was talking about Soulja Boy? Remember when they were beefing?
Um, no, not really. Like they were hip hop beefing, but it wasn't real. It's not as real as Romeo versus Bow Wow because that's like two
Oh yeah,
kids
that was some real
that
ish.
get confused for each other sometimes.
Nah, no, they weren't.
At one point in time, yes, they were. At one point in time, yes.
Hold on.
No, you can put up the pictures all you want. They're both short kids that had braids.
No. Listen.
Boy. Woo!
They got to play this in the
Real talk,
beginning.
What up, World Star? What up, Pete? So my last blog, I said that I was done with it. You know what I'm saying? I said I wasn't gonna go back and forth with the little homie.
First off, Bastion, I don't know if you remember the video, but Bow Wow's in the front, is front and center, right? And in the background, he has like three of his friends trying to be all intimidating. But the problem is with this video, they just don't seem to care about this at all. Like they seem done with it. Let me continue.
But I look up and I see, you know, shout out to the homie Ski. You know what I'm saying? Now he done called up Ski to give him a little interview. So in the interview, he talking reckless. He say he gonna end my career. But see, dog, this is the difference between you and I. You can't end my career, my nigga. You can't. I work hard. I work over hard. I've been working since you was even thought of. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Since 5, I'm about to turn 22. I've been working nonstop. Consistent hit records, consistent arena tours, consistent everything, consistent serving the youth and serving my fans and your fans with heat. Don't forget, the only reason why you in the game is because of me. Ever since Crisscross, there hasn't been another young cat to come along and fill that void. I made that opportunity and I made that possible all over again. So if that never would have happened, you wouldn't even be here, nigga. And I told myself, I'm gonna tone it down. I swear to God, I'm gonna tone it down.
Oh man, they have to play this. They have to play this in the beginning, bro.
I completely forgot about that.
I don't even remember why
video.
they were beefing.
I don't remember. I remember
Ice-T and Soulja Boy was beefing. Remember that?
I yes, because Here's my Kanye ex Kanye stan bag again. Kanye wrote a blog about that. That's like, oh yeah, like the Soldier Boy IC incident. Yeah, Soldier Boy is right. He agreed with Soldier
Yeah,
Boy. I agree
yeah,
with Soldier
Bro,
Boy. Like
I agree with Soulja Boy too. He's like, man, I'm trying to feed my family, all that stuff. You talking about all this? Oh, he killing hip hop. Blah, blah, blah. See, I remember that. Soulja Boy wasn't killing hip hop. He just created a new lane of hip hop, man.
a
He just
new
created
lane for
a new
people
lane
to
of
eat.
yeah, bro. And see, who is I? And I feel this within my heart of hearts, man. All due respect to Ice T, but like, bruh, we just know you now from SVU, bro. That's
And his
me at
wife
least.
Coco,
And Coco. That's it.
because they have
That's
the
it.
reality TV show. But yeah, that's how it is.
Mhm.
Evolution, evolve time. We move on to the next thing, and he's
Exactly.
right. Like since Chris Rock, Lil Bow Wow was like the last kid that could actually do this. Now any kid that's tried to do it is kind of just weird and fake and like
Yeah.
memeified on Instagram.
Sammy, we are well, I don't remember what happened to Sammy. Who's that black kid who's trying to be like Maddie B raps and he just singing like he's taking old hip hop tracks and just flipping them, but he's singing. Do you know that kid?
The like Maddie B,
Yeah, you remember Maddie B raps? He
that
was the
kid
like,
that sings like the soul music, like
yes,
that weird kid. Nah, I
yes.
don't. Weirdo.
Freddie Gibbs keep posting them.
Because he a weirdo. I don't know. It's weird to. It's like messed up to say kids are weird, but it's like
Yeah, yeah.
some kids just
Best of
give
luck
a
to
weird
that kid.
vibe.
Nah, man, he's just trying. Best of luck to that kid, but I just don't think he sings well at the moment. He could probably improve within age, you
I
know.
like how we're not saying their name, which is perfectly fine because we
Yeah,
don't need the audience to
I don't.
understand.
Yeah,
But
it's not for the
let's
older folks to understand, but for y'all to if y'all
go back.
y'all know, yeah.
Let's go back. But
Let's go back.
for
Soulja
for the
Boy.
listeners, think about it. Bow Wow's been around for a very long time, longer than Soldier Boy, and
Yeah,
just been around multiple eras compared to Soldier Boy, who's been around maybe like two eras. So
yeah.
yeah, it's kind of hard to say. Not hard to say. This is my opinion. I think Bow Wow's gonna win. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, I wouldn't argue against that. Not at all. Because Bow Wow, he got hits. He just see my thing with versus. I just don't want to hear any new records from Bow Wow. To be perfectly honest, I
I
don't.
do. I don't mind. Why not? Bring their career
I
back. Bring their careers back. If it just up and left them without them knowing,
don't say them because Soldier Boy is out here. Okay,
he do whatever he wants.
Draco, Soldier, my man had a number one. Okay,
Yeah. All right. Let's
Draco.